It's Hot Mike with Hutton and Withrow, where daily we discuss the National Football League and the push for the postseason. In the AFC, plenty of teams trying to jockey for positioning. In the NFC, well, the best teams in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco 49ers.
Well, hold on, Hutton. Not just those teams, but how about the Detroit Lions is one of the best teams in the NFL? Other shows may not mention that or talk about it. We will.
We are on board with Detroit. Subscribe to the podcast. Join us each day for Hot Mike with Hutton and Withrow across the Outkick Network. We discuss the NFL, college football, and the top headlines from Outkick.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Now, in this episode, I might have some people feeling a little bit offended by what I say. I don't think it's offensive. I don't think I'm overall attacking any actual real people here. But I will say this. Kids in horror movies are the worst characters ever. They are. Period. That's it. That's all I have to say. But no, I'm gonna add more to it. All right, I'm gonna add more to it because who am I to make a 30-second episode for my podcast? No, I'm a rant about this because it seriously annoys me when and I think it was Carl from The Walking Dead. He was the one that developed that anger for little kids in like horror movie situations. But yeah, Carl in The Walking Dead, if you guys sit there, for those that don't watch The Walking Dead, so Carl, he was like one of the like original kids on that show. If you watch like the first few seasons, then you understand why he made me so upset. But anyways, no, this kid, like his parents would tell him, Carl, just stay put, don't go anywhere. What does he decides to do? There's an episode where he was going out in these woods, all right? And sorry to spoil it for you guys, but no, he was going out in these woods, and he's sitting there, like just roaming around, just looking at a bunch of stuff. Why? I don't know. But anyways, he's roaming around. Then he comes across a zombie. So then he starts fooling around with the zombie, and then eventually the zombie like goes at him and he falls and he ends up running away. So, another spoiler alert about this episode. So, the zombie tracks down like, well, where he was at, the area and stuff. He tracked down the area that Carl was at. And another person another character on the show, and probably one of the best characters, like he was that one character that gave out the best advice. The one advice that will always help you, all right? And the zombie the zombie and that character came like across each other, and then the zombie ended up ripping a man's stomach open, and then them guys had to shoot him in the head. So yeah, that was sad. That was a sad episode. And who was to blame? Carl, the kid. I just don't understand why. And then even after that, he was still acting crazy and stuff. So I'm like, bro, if a zombie apocalypse happens and there's like kids with me, I'm like, look, don't y'all go nowhere. Don't touch. Like, I'm seriously going to have to be giving them like that parent, like, talking to a kid getting ready to go into a store, like giving them that talk. I'm like, don't touch nothing, don't look at nothing, you keep your head down, and if something goes down, you better be right there behind me running. Don't stand and look at areas, you walk when I walk. All right, like, cause I'm not having it. If you get hurt or something, I'm saying like I'm gonna go crazy. All right, I'm going to lose my mind. But it's just like, no, there's so many movies out there where kids was just like, why are you doing this? The last movie I would have to see, that I have to say that I seen was Us. And there's the beginning part where the girl, she decides, oh, forget that my dad is standing here. Let me just go and walk around, look around, see what's going on and things. And overall she got switched. Oh yeah, I might have just spoiled it for some people. I apologize. But that movie, then, it's been out. Like, y'all should have seen that movie already. I'm sorry, but that movie and been out in theaters, like it didn't came out on DVD, it didn't came out on cable. You have not seen that movie yet, then that's on you. Even with that Walking Dead episode, if you haven't seen them episodes yet, then that's on you. All right. So, anyways, but no, there's a part of that movie, Us, where the girl got switched with the another girl, and yeah, overall she lived out her life and things, and so I'm like, yeah. Because of her, just like a kid, like, oh, let me just be adventurous, be like these cartoon characters in these TV shows and stuff. I'm like, these kids need to know the difference, okay? They do. Because I'm like, bro, I just don't understand, like, how you kids, and then even it was in the one movie, 13 Ghosts. I was watching that movie the other day. The kid in there, he's going on his scooter. He's looking around, exploring. Ditched his babysitter, ditched his sister, I think the dad was out doing some stuff. But anyways, it's like, bro, you have a babysitter for a reason. Stick with her. It's one thing if you're in your own area of home. Then you can ditch the spot. You can let the babysitter be in one spot, other place, then you be in another. But if you're not familiar with this house, alright? Then on top of that, the house being haunted, like, bro, like that movie, that was a crazy movie. But it was good, though. It was good. That's a movie where I'm like, honestly, I think that's a movie where it's like, it's one of those, like, all year long movies. You could watch those, like, that movie at any given point. I feel like it's probably better because it's like, Halloween and stuff. When it's no longer Halloween, it's now November. But, yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie and stuff. 13 Ghosts, like, yeah, if y'all haven't seen that movie, Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo movies, he plays in there. I don't know that man's name in real life, but yeah, he played in the Scooby-Doo movies. He played in Scream. So just to give you guys a little background behind it, but yeah, that movie was good. But yeah, the kid in there, it was like the him and the guy's daughter, but she's like was older and things. I don't know. She realized stuff was going on, but then again, she still falls underneath as like somebody that wasn't like sticking, like overall in any situation where you cannot trust this place, y'all gotta stick together. Because she was in the bathroom in there with a ghost, okay, bathing in bloody water, but it was looking like water, but it was really bloody water and stuff. But then the kid, he got all the way in the basement part. Like, how did you even get that far? Then eventually, yeah, both him and his daughter, the son and the daughter, they ended up getting taken by the ghost and put in the middle of the house and stuff. And I'm like, man, you guys, it's that type of stuff where I'm like, man, y'all just. Then no, even in Walking Dead, there was the one girl in there that was probably the most annoying kid that I've ever seen throughout that whole show. Now there has been some annoying kids in that show, but she was like. She topped it all, okay? Then I had to say then the next kid will probably be this kid named Henry. But there's the one girl in there. She was like in the season 4, season 5 era of The Walking Dead. But there was an episode, I think it was a couple of episodes. It might have just been one episode. But, so it was her and her sister. And then she had the main character's baby. And so the baby has started crying. She decides, I'm going to cover the baby's mouth and suffocate it. Because that's the best way to shut up a baby. At that point in time there, I was just like, you know what? If those guys like straight up just wait till she falls asleep and then just leaves her, I would not be mad at them. I would not feel sorry for that girl. I'm like, hey, you know what? Do your thing, and that girl, she's crazy. Like, she's too far gone in her imagination. So no, it gets worse than that. That girl, that was definitely the most craziest kid throughout the whole Walking Dead show. But so, anyways, so there was, I think, a walker that was stuck to the ground, and then she was trying to have the walker bite her. And I think it was her sister. I think it was like telling her to stop or something like that. So then it gets worse. It gets worse than that, okay? Then she's outside. No, there is no. All right, so there's a part where she was also dancing, where it was like playing around with one of the zombies walkers. They call them walkers in the show, but zombies. But she was dancing with one of the zombies. Like she was like running around with it and stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like how many kids you seen do what you do? Because I know you have not seen one kid do what you do. So, anyways, then it was the grand finale of her craziness. She kills her sister, so her sister can turn into a zombie. And then when those guys was all like, get away from your sister or some stuff like that, then she put the knife up to the main character's baby. It was just all like, let her turn, or I want to play with her or something. Like, you couldn't have just asked your sister to play with you? Like, the fact that you had to kill your sister so she could come back to life in a zombie form. That's when you want to play with her. You couldn't ask her. See, that's what I'm like. And then one of the characters in the show ended up shooting her and stuff because it was like, no, that girl was crazy, man. She was crazy. You know, it was like people probably be all like, oh, need to feel sorry for her things. I didn't. I did not whatsoever. I know people are like, I have no heart. I don't care about kids. Like, I care about kids, but I just, man, in horror movies, they just don't know how to act. Like, you're given one job, okay? Be a kid. But at some points in times, like, they just being a kid too much. And I'm like, dang, y'all need to just please, just stop. Please just stop. Because nah, man, I'm like, that'd probably be a funny movie, too. That would be a really funny movie. Me in a zombie apocalypse, but I'm like, I had to, like, watch, like, 5 kids. That would probably be the funniest horror movie ever. It would have to be, because knowing me, them kids, they all sit there and they started talking about a bunch of random stuff, talking about superheroes and cartoons. I'm like, y'all don't realize what's going on, huh? Like, it's a zombie apocalypse and half the world's dying. And y'all talking about cartoons and comic books. Like, man, y'all, please go to sleep. Please go to sleep, because I'm like, I might put that in the works one of these days. I might just have to, but I'm like, man, man, I don't know. I could do it, but at the same time, I'm like, y'all gonna need to see. And then there's the one girl on the show. She is definitely the smartest kid on the Walking Dead series. I'm like, that would be my ideal kid. Like, she's the one where it's like, she's a kid, but mentally she's an adult. But she was the main, in a way, she is the main character's daughter. But for those that watch the show, I know y'all can be all like, she is not Rick's daughter, she is Shane's daughter. I know. Rick said it himself. But anyways, but no, freaking, what is Judith? Judith, now that's the character's name, because she's a kid and stuff. She is seriously the best kid in that whole show's history. She kills the walkers. She had like a side-by-side moment with her stepmom. Like, wow. Like, I'm like, bro, why the other kids aren't like her? Why does she have to be the smartest one? And there's like kids older than her that just doesn't understand. And I'm like, man, it's just messed up. And then there was the one kid on there. His name was Henry. And I remember one of those guys had killed his brother. So let me explain to you guys what happened in the show. So the main character was beefing with another person on the show. So eventually he took like pretty much all his men, locked them up in these cages. But at some point in time, before they had got locked off up in the cages, and the main character Rick, he took a stand. At some point in time, there was a character I can't remember the dude's name, but his little brother, the older brother of Henry, somebody had killed him or got him killed. So anyways, Henry got mad, or he was still like upset about it. Then when he seen that the guys was like locked off up in the cage, he goes and he's just all like, which one of you guys killed my brother? And I think he had like a gun or a stick or something. I can't remember what weapon he had. But he opened up the gate and all the walkers got loose. Or not walkers, but all the enemies had got loose. So I was like, please don't do anything else. I'm like, do not do anything else. He did some other annoying things on that show. Then there was the one kid, he was scared. he started freaking out outside, and he ended up there was like a lot of kids on The Walking Dead that was like, wow, are you guys serious? Like, if I had to like go, like, if they had it where it was just me and then all the craziest kids on that show, I'm like, bro, y'all need to, this a friend of mine just texted me, but anyways, I'm like, y'all need to just please just sit here, don't say nothing, okay? Let me think about stuff, because I'm telling y'all right now, if somebody says something, I'm gonna snap and I'm gonna go crazy. So, but yeah, I know people are gonna probably be all like, bro, kids ain't all that bad in like horror movies and things. No, they are, especially Walking Dead, But yeah, it's like kids just like to be too adventurous and stuff in like them horror movies and things. I'm like, y'all just need to just don't do nothing. Just chill, okay? Chill. Find you a comic book. Like that's what I'm like. If I did go and like had to deal with a bunch of kids in a zombie apocalypse, I'm finding a house with power, all right, and I'm finding a console, and I'm like, look, play. Well, then again, I'm like, I'll find some single player games, because I know if it's like Wi-Fi, internet, all that stuff ain't working, I'm like, hopefully there's some single player games. But I'm like, yeah, I'm getting them some video games. I'm like, here y'all go. But just please, okay, don't do anything crazy, all right? Just please don't. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to do a quick episode real fast. I had like no real thing to talk about. I just felt like talking about the craziest kids in horror movies and stuff. Kids that just don't listen in horror movies. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and they'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.